What's up, minions? This is Scott with Archery Unhinged. Bridget loved that one.
Minions?
Hey, I think we're live, so we got no screwing up here.
No, we are live.
Oh, we are live. Okay, that's even better. Hey, welcome to another episode. We are kind of, been crazy shooting all over this damn country and world the last 2 weeks since we had George on, and George's segments have been amazing. We got a kind of a special guest. She's hanging out with us today, Miss Taylin Myers. For those of you who don't follow, she's won like every freaking youth tournament I think she shot in the last 3 months or 2 months. Been pretty crazy. Yeah?
Been busy.
Been busy. Real close. Anyways, hey, we got back with us. Finally, his schedule's opened up. We got the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Deaton down here.
I don't know about opened up. I was just not at work.
Yeah, exactly. No, he's been busy as all get out at work. It is that time of year. We've got hunting season around the corner, and target season winding down. Jason, I think you're, 2/3 of the way through now, or about, roughly?
Outdoor nationals and 2 more internationals.
Yeah, so he's like halfway.
So I've got a little bit more.
Yeah,
just a little bit.
That is crazy.
So
we got the Classic coming up this week, and that is the end of the ASA season for us, thank goodness. I'm tired. I am tired of traveling. And Bridge, you've been just working your tail off at the shop.
I mean,
Yeah, he got a new gig with a new archery shop, and he is as busy as it gets. So anyways, I guess a lot of stuff to cover. I mean, we're going to do a little bit of tournament archery. We're going to talk about probably about hunting season coming up this year. Talk about some new stuff that's coming out and who did what, winning, where, when, and how. So I'm going to rely on you, Jay, because you follow that a lot closer than I do.
I have no idea what's going on. I've been gone. I've been shooting.
I'm in
shooting mode.
If we want to talk about that, like the most recent thing was outdoor or field nationals.
Yeah,
And
field nationals.
I'm pretty sure Bodie could have like not shot the last target.
Yeah,
And still won.
Guy missed 4 X's on the field round.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, he's ridiculous.
That's insane.
Yeah, it is insane. That is an incredible round for real.
Like,
And he beat, arguably, I think, the hottest guy on tour right now, on all tours. You know,
I mean, Kyle
Douglas.
shot incredible too.
Kyle shot amazing.
Tim had posted a picture of his scorecard on his field round, and I think he went, I don't know what target he started on, but I'm assuming he started like towards the front of the course because like the first 5 or 8 targets, I think he missed the majority of his X's, and he missed 1 X in a run of like 18 targets. Like that's dumb.
That is dumb.
It's crazy.
No, he shot, his X count was, he beat Kyle by a lot on X count.
He shot over 200 X's.
Yeah, it was 2 something.
Bodie had like 209 X's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was insane. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if Bodie actually dedicated himself to shooting an outdoor season,
I wonder why he does it.
He goes and he dabbles in it every once in a while, and he usually does really well. But Kyle's been to 3 of them now, and he's
won.
He's
2
qualified. He won 1 of them, and then I believe he podiumed in the other one. Or
Are you talking for USATs?
Yeah,
He
for
won.
USATs.
He won Salt Lake.
He won Salt Lake.
Lake.
Yeah. So I know that he's qualified for the USAT final that's coming up in Missouri.
Right. Jimmy won the last one, this past one.
Yeah, Jimmy won Buckeye.
Yep.
Yeah. Who won SoCal?
I wasn't there.
I'm trying to remember. I thought Kyle won
I don't remember
SoCal.
either.
I thought it was
Kyle won-
Mikey.
It might have
Mikey
been
won
Mikey,
Gator,
yeah.
didn't he?
Yeah.
Who's
I don't know.
We're all dummies.
No, we
Yeah,
we're all
we are.
dummies.
We
Hold
got to
on
Google
here,
this now because I
folks.
want to know. I thought Kyle won
What
2.
was it? SoCal shootout?
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it was Mikey.
Yeah, we're going to see. Let Bridge do
Oh
it.
God,
He's got to find
I
it.
gotta
But
find
anyways,
it on
no, but
between ends.
it's crazy because you're right. Because what would Bodie do on the USAT tour? And I'm surprised with an Olympic year coming up that he's not shooting it. Honestly.
I mean, maybe he'll be there next year.
Yeah,
but
he
I'm
may be.
pretty sure that he's capable of a 720.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That kid is. If you give him the perfect storm, the perfect weather conditions, and everything, he will put up a 720.
And so I'm wondering if wind is the variable because everything he does is non-wind. He's an indoor guy. He's a field guy, and he's starting to dabble a little bit in ASA. Shot 2, I think, this year. I think he podiumed at both of them.
Well, I mean, he
at least made
he
the
got
shoot
4th at SoCal. Bodie did.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, so he did go to SoCal.
Yeah, it was Mikey, Jimmy, and Ace for the podium. Then Bodie was 4th.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ace beat him in a shoot off.
Wild. Yeah, he's amazing. The kid is unconscious for sure. Let's talk about the other thing that happened at Nationals though, because I happened to get some feedback about some archers there and stuff, and I looked online. This is kind of crazy. It was actually some guys were talking about it. I was at the Oklahoma State shoot this past weekend, and we had about 300 shooters there, and I think there were less than 200 at Outdoor Nationals. That's insane.
I mean, what sucks about field is that it has been slowly declining.
Yeah.
How about slowly anymore? It's
dying.
Pretty hot drop off the last few years, which sucks because we're seeing some of the best shooting. Well, not seeing some of the best. We are seeing the best field shooting ever right now. I mean, Paige tied her record again. She beat her Hunter record, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
She definitely did. She shot a 560.
Yeah, she shot a 560.
She's the first adult woman to ever shoot a 560 on any field or hunter round.
Yeah.
Any NFA outdoor field round of any kind. First woman to do that. Gianna Ross, she shot a 560 in the Cub class.
She shot a 560 in the
second
Cubs,
kid to shoot a Cub.
That was a world record or a national record?
She was the second because other gal from North Texas works with Michael Braden. Why am I drawing a blank? You know who she is.
Who?
She shot at A&M.
Amari?
No, she shoots with Michael Braden.
Brandon Brooks.
Yeah, Brendan shot a 560 as a Cub as well. But
gotcha. Yeah, it was a crazy tournament. When I was going through, because I had to kind of go in and do all the math, but I had to go to every class. I was just counting them. I mean, it was crazy because you could just do math because it was like, I think the largest class was open male bow hunter, or not open, but bow hunter male. And I think there were 22 guys in that class.
Really?
And that was the largest by a long shot. Everything else was, for the most part, single digits. There might have been a one or two. And what's crazy, and you can tell you about how this tournament is aging, most of the classes that were big were the adults, seniors, silver seniors, super seniors.
Yeah.
They had the most.
I mean, there were 26 in the freestyle adult male.
Yeah.
I'm on IANCO right now here. Freestyle senior male.
It was crazy,
13.
but there was mostly all in the adult and older. I guess it's the old guys, old girl classes. But
they grew up doing it.
Yeah, they grew up doing it, and it's just something they want to hold on to, and I get it. It's just kind of sad.
There's still, the majority of the class was the adult freestyle.
Yeah.
It was 26.
Yeah,
but I mean, there was 13 in the seniors and 11 or 12 in the silver seniors.
That's what I'm saying. That's what it's crazy. And that literally was a bulk of the shooters. I mean, if you look at it, it's unreal how many classes I was looking at had one or two shooters in it. I mean, just littered up and down. It was like one. And
the World Field Championships are coming to Yankton.
Are they?
Later on this year. Yeah, I believe September, October timeframe.
Wow.
They're having World 3D Championships there too.
That's cool. I didn't know that. That's cool. Yeah, but it was crazy. It was, but yeah, that was the most recent one. And then before that, Jay, we just got back from? Have we been on since Czech?
No.
No.
The last show we did was right before we went to Czech Republic.
Yeah, so we did that in the last episode with George.
Yep.
And we got part 3 coming up. I think,
we got to close out the series.
Yeah.
Here in the next couple of weeks.
It's kind of funny because there's some other podcasts that have piggybacked on it now.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, they got George is becoming very, very popular with this whole internet thing that happened with him and Ty Jordan and MFJJ and those guys.
Yeah.
Those guys his popularity has risen trifold in the last 90 days.
George has been around this.
Yeah, but he got hot.
Years,
he did one video though that's put him back on the map big time. I mean,
everyone.
Where he shot the attack course with Ty.
And those guys. Yeah.
And now it was mainly Ty.
I mean, it's not that he wasn't popular, but just more people want him on shows because now everybody with a microphone has a podcast.
Well, it's funny you say that. Now that you read all the comments and stuff, you've got a whole genre of the guys that follow Ty and Scotty and MFJJ. They're now you can tell they had no idea who George Riles was, and now he's becoming a household name again, which is kind of cool. I
saw him at Buckeye, and the first thing I said when I saw him was like, "Man, I should have gone to Home Depot and bought a bag of ball bearings and some plates for you.
Oh, you should have
just
walked over and
shook
been like,
his
hey, that's that guy from TikTok.
I know you. You're a TikToker, right?
That's that old guy from TikTok.
Yeah.
Right. No, that's cool though. No, but it would. Anyways, after that, we went to Czech Republic with
Yep.
Team USA on the para side, and man, that was a great experience. It was cool. Team did not fare as well as we had wanted to. You know, I was kind of disappointed in the fact that we shot practice rounds were pretty solid.
Yeah.
Getting a chance to to work with every one of the compounders at least, and I think I rebuilt 3 bows and changed a lot of stuff, but all for the better. And man, these people were shooting. The team was shooting really good.
Yeah.
In practice, and then it seemed like the wheels fell off on qualification day.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Once you get that qualification pressure, which I try and tell everybody, like there's nothing different between practice and qualification,
No.
other than you're putting a pen on paper.
Yeah.
Just treat it the same.
It's unreal. I mean, everything that could go wrong went wrong. I had a girl who, I think she put the wrong scope on her sight and was not even hitting the target in 2 practice rounds. I had to get her on target like in 4 shots. You know, we had Kyle, one of the guys, broke his straps on his chair.
Yep.
That was shocking. I mean, that was another one. We had to go down and zip tie him into the chair, and it was unbelievable. I mean, I never seen anything like it. Just how everything can go wrong in a split second after it was going like a Swiss watch for 2 days prior.
Yeah.
And it got into everybody's head after that, and then what makes it even worse, we qualified okay. I mean, you ended up not qualifying as good as you wanted, but it ended up working out. I mean, 6 was, average, but not, up to your standards. And
Yeah, the crazy thing is I was 6th by like 3-point difference between 6th and
sixth
3rd.
and third, yeah, exactly. And then, then we got to elimination days, and it was just very disappointing. We shot horribly. I mean, I hate to say it, but that's the reality of the situation. We just, as a team, everyone lost up and down the line, shouldn't have lost. And it was frustrating from a coaching perspective because we should have been in the finals of at least, I want to say 4 we had 4 individuals should have been in some finals matches, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So that part kind of stunk.
No, the way that the brackets worked out were horrible.
We really, really got screwed on bracketing.
Yeah.
For sure. Because I think the finals and what could have been a really good final with Nathan McQueen from Britain against KJ Polish happened in the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
And that was a travesty. I was like, gosh, two hammers that should not have seen each other that early. It sucks. But you came out and kicked some tail.
Well, I finally got my head out of my ass. That's what actually happened because, I mean, I had a bit of a struggle during qualification.
Oh, yeah.
The weather was getting to me. I was pretty exhausted. And then it kind of changed, went into teams, and we shot decent in teams. I say decent, but that was practice.
Yeah.
When the match started, man, I just could not hit where I wanted to and wound up going to a 1-arrow shoot-off with Brazil. And I thought I had shot a 10, but it was right outside the line, and Hiss caught. So we had the same score, but I guess once you have the same score,
Yeah,
you go
closest to the middle.
Yeah, it goes to close.
And he was inside and Jay was out, and that sucked. I mean, that was
it was kind of like the Brady Ellison thing.
Yeah, just in, just out.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, so I was pretty upset that I didn't shoot well, and I guess that just transferred over to eliminations because the next day everything clicked.
Yeah.
Everything was going the right way.
Yeah, it was crazy. I've never seen weather as crazy. We get to Czech Republic, and I'm not lying to you, this country does not have AC anywhere. And we get there, and they're in the heat wave of century, and I think it was 104 one day. 104 ground temperature, I think, was like 120.
Yeah, because we were practicing on that turf
On the
field.
turf.
On turf.
Yeah, on
Yeah.
turf. And I mean, and you know what sucks? And you'll take air conditioning for granted in the U.S. because you get out there, you spend the whole day out there in that heat. You're dying of every heat exhaustion moment you can possibly imagine. And you get back, and you ain't got no AC.
It's just as hot.
I mean, it's 104
It's
outside, but your room is
like
at a
90.
solid 95.
95 in the room. I almost fought a lady at the store for the last fan. They had a fan. I bought it. I didn't care. I paid
Yeah.
$50 for it U.S., knowing I couldn't take it home because the plug doesn't matter. I don't care.
Dude,
I
we had
bought it.
fans. We had fans in the room.
Yeah,
and
Courtney
when
said you
you're
guys went to the store and bought a bunch of fans.
when
and
you're
stuff.
falling asleep with a spray mister next to you, so you can kind of cool down at night, it's probably not a good time, right?
No.
And then we had like a 40-minute bus ride.
Oh, 40-minute bus
And
ride at least.
The AC on the bus was like
not AC.
Yeah.
Well, so we had a mall like a block from us, a block and a half.
That was our
And
saving
so
grace.
it was saving grace, but even their AC wasn't that great.
No. But you would
Yeah,
see like 5 wheelchairs in the frozen food section of the supermarket downstairs, and people were looking at us funny. We're like, stop, just move on.
You don't understand. But you know what's weird? And talking to people from Czech, like, so they don't have an ice machine at the event. So they were freezing ice the old school way in the trays. You know, you twist them to break them.
Yep.
And so they were making bags, Ziploc baggies of ice, and it was 1 bag of ice per athlete per day. And it was just a quart.
And that lasted about 10
minutes.
Yeah.
And I was talking to the lady who was making it. She was there, and she's like, "Oh, you Americans and your ice. You know, we don't do ice here. You know, and all your drinks, even when you get in, they're lukewarm. They're not cold."
Yeah.
What they don't understand is that heat wave there lasted a week and a half, 2 weeks.
It's that way here for 9 months.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't understand that. They can't comprehend it. But
But I think, did I remember right? The news, I think a lot of people died during
there
that
was
heat
some
wave.
people that, I mean, definitely.
in the country.
Yeah.
Yeah, Europe gets that.
It killed some people.
Well, yeah,
They're not
'cause
used
they
to
don't
it.
have AC. They don't have AC.
Yeah. They're not
That's
used to
wild.
it. But we had that. And then it kind of got cloudy and a little cool.
Well,
and then
okay,
it
no.
rained.
So yeah, let's put it this way: it got freaking cold, 105, and then it got down to probably what 72, I think it was,
Between mid 60s
and
and
cloudy,
low 70s.
and started raining. And I mean, we went from being blistering hot to wearing jeans, sweatshirts, sweatpants. I mean,
Yeah, like trying to stay warm and
trying to stay
dry.
warm.
Yeah.
and it was so crazy. We had those 2 different weather patterns, and it was crazy. But you know, it's weird. Even your room still never really got that cold. Mine didn't, at least.
Well, when we opened the doors overnight.
We slept with our doors every night, wide open. As a matter of fact, one night, my roommate and I, we slept with our front door open and our balcony door open, so the wind would go
you
blasting through
blast
there.
through there.
And I'm
We
like,
used-
dude, if someone wants to come in and do something,
We used to do
we don't
that
care.
in Talia at the World Cup. It would be like, I remember one year it was probably like 105 plus, like on the field shooting, and it was so stinking hot in those rooms. It
Yeah.
didn't matter how low you turn the AC. Like, and same thing, we'd open both doors and the wind.
let the wind-
Oh yeah, you'd be on like this 10th floor,
Like a tunnel.
and the wind would just
Yeah.
rip through there.
Well, you know
Dude,
what?
I did not get that effect. I was on the 6th floor.
No,
yeah,
it was
my room
hotter.
was
up there.
hotter.
It was hotter.
And no wind. They would get all the wind down in the lower
So
floors.
what's wild too is that we were driving 40 minutes, and I was looking on the bus ride. You know, you kind of look outside and see what the country's like. I was noticing none of the houses have AC units on them. I mean, none.
No.
Zero. And I just shocking. Didn't somebody say
Very,
the World
very
Cup,
few.
with the World Cup going on right now with soccer here, I heard like all the athletes were like, oh my gosh, we have to get AC in our country and stuff. I heard it like they were all bragging about, everything here is air conditioned. Wild.
Yeah, so out there, maybe 1 or 2 will have a mini split, something like that. But there is no central AC, no central heating.
Yeah, it's mainly just businesses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anybody has
Dude,
it.
I was going to go to the movies just to sit in one of their chairs and get AC and like
We were.
cool off. But we never made it to the movies. We found a good spot and
Yeah, just hung
it
out.
was good. But
I know you won, and I have to say, like, because we talked about it when I came to, so we went and had dinner. I had dinner at Jason and Courtney's place on Friday, and the video. Have you rewatched the video right after Jason, right when Jason wins? He shoots his last arrow.
No.
It looks like for a half a second you're gonna kiss him.
You
You run up and grab him, and you look him right in the eyes, and you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna lay it on you." Right? I was like, "Oh my god, he's gonna do it."
I was pretty
I
excited.
said that, and Courtney's like, "Oh my god, I thought the same thing."
That's so funny. No, I was trying not to tackle him and tip him
that's
over
what I
his
was.
chair.
That's what I was
Because I have
preparing for.
Yeah, I have a tendency to do that when he wins, but especially because we had made a really big adjustment though, in that round.
In that practice.
in that practice, because I learned something. So I got the chance to sit with KJ. I was coaching KJ and Ephraim in their gold medal match, and man, I tell you what, Ephraim got screwed twice. So. The archery gods were not with us. If you guys watch that video, you'll probably see me look up in the sky like, are you kidding me, Lord? We need some help here, and you're kicking our tail. Because Ephraim held for like 20-some seconds on one shot. And it was getting bad because KJ, I think when KJ drew his bow, he was at 9.
Oh yeah.
So, and he's a hinge shooter, and I knew that he was going to have to dump that hinge, and he did, and he dumped it for a 9, which was phenomenal. But And then it was ironic because then, UK shot their round and then it came back to us. And as soon as Ephraim drew again, here come the wind. And I was like, he's going to get screwed twice. This is not cool.
Yeah.
He ended up powering a really, really good shot. And I think he got a 10 on that shot, which there's a funny a picture of him when he turns around and he's like looking at me like, whoa, how'd that happen?
Really?
Because he had no idea. So, and then it left KJ with he had about 14 on that one, which wasn't bad. And he still got the shot off. And we ended up losing that match by 1, which sucked. 1 point. It was kind of cool because right at the very end, the good Lord, I guess, listened, and Nathan McQueen drew back from the UK and got hammered by wind. And he shot a fat 9 or an 8, I think, was put us right back in it. But then his co-part, that guy was phenomenal. I think he drew back with 6 on the clock and got that shot off with 6 seconds. But I figured when he got to anchor, I know the clock was already at 3, and I'm like, he's not going to do it. And I talked to the coach afterwards, and she says, yeah, he practices that every day.
Really? The time crunch.
3 seconds. 3-second shot clock. He practices on, so meaning drawing, getting it back, and letting her rip as soon as it gets there. And actually talking to the UK coach is what gave me the idea. So Jay's down there preparing and getting ready, and he's shooting okay, not great, during the first couple of ends, and I said, hey, and I'm watching the flags over there, and I can see the flags when they had to move everything up from the recurve, and we're right in this tunnel. And I'm watching this flag just hammering, and I'm thinking, my gosh, this is going to be bad. I said, hey, Jay, I want you to do me a favor. I'm going to do a 6-second countdown. He's like, what? And I said, let's do a 6-second countdown. And Jay, you shoot really good fast anyways. My problem with him has been trying to slow him down throughout his career, and I know he shoots really good fast. And so, dude, he did it. It's like a 59. And I was like, or 39, excuse me, a 29. And I was like, oh, my gosh. So I go down pool, come back. I said, do it again. Do another countdown. He shoots like a 30. And I'm like, oh, gosh. Okay. I go down and get it. I said, now I'm not going to say anything, but I want you to keep that pace. He drops another 29 and then another 29. I think he only dropped like 5 points or 6 of them. And you shot about 6 ends of that. And I said, hey, bro, it'll be on me if you lose it, but let's do that in the finals. And he looked at me kind of weird. You had to be confident after that.
Yeah.
And, dude, he went in, and here's what my thought process was after talking to the UK coach. And I explained it to him. Let's control the wind and not let the wind control you.
Yeah.
Let's if you know you can get a shot off in 6 seconds, then you can wait for a wind gust to die and give you, as long as you got 6, you're good to go.
Yeah.
And, bro, he did it like in the first or second end.
Very first arrow.
The first arrow. Homie sitting there.
Waited.
Just sitting there. And the wind wasn't that bad. And I'm like, what in the hell is he doing? I'm ready to yell at him. And he finally, I think you drew back with like 14 or something. And he finally smashed it. And smashed it inside out. And I was like, okay, that was smart. And what's cool about it, it shifted all the pressure on the other guy.
Yeah.
Because the Italian, I think, was kind of like, I think he was shocked. And every time the wind hit him, he was screwed. And he's in it forever, just holding back. And Jay just sitting there chilling like a villain, just not even caring. And just whenever it got good, okay, I'm good now. Boom, just pop X10. It was crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, the other thing about it is the faster I shoot, it's a strategy thing. The other guy has somebody loading arrows for him. So the faster I shoot, the timer goes to them.
Yeah.
And then they're rushed and pressured. So it all works out.
Dude, it was classic, man. And that's what made it even cooler because that strategy worked out. He shot amazing. We won it. Yeah, I freaking lost my crap.
And it was 4th of July.
And it was 4th of July because I did tell him before he got on the stage, and I probably shouldn't repeat this loudly, but I told him, I said, if you freaking don't win this on the 4th of July, I'm going to punch you in the, you know what? Because because we sucked. As a team, we didn't do well. We had nobody in except for Jay, and yeah, it was pretty special. Pretty special 4th of July, Independence Day. And we got to hear the national anthem, which we hadn't heard all freaking weekend.
Yeah.
And that was a big deal. So it was cool. It was funny, though, because for the first time, I think one of the head judges that was doing the announcing, so after KJ's match and Ephraim's, I'm kind of animated behind the box, and I got reprimanded after that one because he's like, hey, he goes, I love your enthusiasm, but you need to tone it down so that they can at least hear my time switches, and whatever. And I almost said something back to him because he did it to us a little bit because when they got 10-10 he called, I don't know if you remember that, but he called it out like 10, 10, 10, 10.
Yeah.
Really loud. And it went into our time slot because we were still shooting this time. And I almost said it to him, but I didn't say that. But yeah,
I could have swore that one of them told you that if you were going to cheer, you had to cheer for both of them.
Oh, yeah, he did say that. He did say that too. Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But it was cool,
I think overall it was a good tournament, and it's going to push the team in the right direction because they felt what it was like to be really good and then go through a little bit of turmoil. And then I've talked to some of them on the phone individually, and they're excited. Like they took this as learning and didn't like that feeling of not doing well.
Bullcrap.
Right? So they have that feeling and don't want to feel it anymore. Which is perfect because somebody asked me the other day or said something about how well I'm doing and yada, yada, yada. And I said, well, yeah, I got tired of sucking.
Dude.
I got tired of being at the bottom and getting beat all the time.
It's always more fun to win.
Yeah. Well, and I'm telling you, I've said your phrase, I don't know how many times. Matter of fact, somebody said I need to make a T-shirt and put your name down at the bottom of it. I was telling everybody, suck less, try freaking harder, bro. I mean, I was so mad after elimination rounds that one day. I was pacing up and down the line and just fuming. And somebody came over to me and asked me, hey, what's going on? I'm like, I'm effing pissed off.
Taylor and I are laughing because I know you know exactly what he looked like when he does that, because he does that at every single event
he was pacing, animated, and then comes over and stands in my box.
Yeah,
so we're doing eliminations.
I was, dude, because it would suck.
Like normally it's a hey, let's go.
Oh no, he got the bad part of me because I was not happy.
And then it was all right.
It was just not cool because we just, I just look at it. We're the U.S. of A. We're supposed to be the best in the world at what we do, and we got throttled.
Scott, because you're a competitor.
It's
okay. It's okay.
It just sucks though, because I'm sorry. And I'm watching these other teams in these other countries. And I mean, let's be honest. I mean, the UK team had a great showing. The India team, as always, had a great showing. So it pisses me off because I'm thinking, what are they doing that we're not doing? We need to look at the recipe because we're getting it wrong right now, and it's crazy. And what's sad is that. And it's no fault of any of the shops that are out there, but every one of the athletes that I got a chance to work with, it is literally 50% technical, from setups to draw lengths to stabilization, some of it to arrows. We have a team member, and I'm not going to say who it is, shooting Chinese arrows. I wanted to have a heart attack when I seen that. It's like technical stuff, and I'm like, this is the easiest part of the sport to fix. The shooting part's always going to be difficult. As a coach and as an athlete, it takes time to develop those skill sets. But we can't even. I'm trying not to berate stuff, but we have to get that part technical right. We have to, and that just went off. Is that a bad thing?
Nah.
Okay.
No, I did that earlier too.
So, anyways, it's we have to figure that part of it out and work. From a coaching perspective, the coaches or someone needs to get with the shops that are helping support these athletes and teach and train those guys and gals on how to get themselves prepared to shoot these major events like this. It's just not out there, unfortunately.
I mean, obviously, like the parasite of stuff of any sport is going to be smaller.
Wait, did you say parasite?
The parasite.
Like of any sport is going to be tougher to. Or it's going to be smaller, and like having, especially archery, something that's as technical as what we do, especially from a biomechanics standpoint. Like anything that's going to be complicated in that, when you start looking at the Paralympic stuff, like it's going to be harder to have people with the knowledge set to be able to get people to excel.
Right.
So
because they have so much adaptation to go through.
Yeah,
that you guys don't have to.
Like we're lucky. I say lucky. Like we're different in that. Like I mean We've been helping Jason out and working with Jason for a long time, and Roger, another guy that helps out with you at the academy here. Like he's been doing the adaptive sports stuff for
it's 15
years.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just getting the right people. It's getting the athletes in touch with the right people that can get them.
Well, I'll tell you what's frustrating too, though, and I'm gonna, Jason kind of went on this soapbox after winning Paris. After winning the gold medal. And I always questioned whether this was the right approach, because I know you went on a pretty big campaign to to try to, hey, we need to elevate para archery into, we are real athletes also. I always thought, man, that can be polarizing in of sorts, but I ain't gonna lie to you. I will call them out now. These manufacturers aren't doing enough to help these guys. And I'm gonna tell you why I say that. Dude, this guy from Italy that he shot against had the baddest release that I've ever seen.
Oh, his chin release that he's got?
It's a pull through. It looked like a box.
Well, yeah, but his trigger comes up and hits his chin, and
Correct.
it pulls that trigger. It pulls the
it,
trigger into his chin. Yeah.
So I thought it was a resistance type release at first until because I was trying to figure out how everything was firing. But it ended up being like one of the coolest releases I'd seen. Like if there's a release I'd love to duplicate is that. I actually wanted to ask him to take a picture of it, but I didn't want to be the fanboy.
Oh, dude, those guys. I mean, Jay, you could probably attest to this. Like those guys get that shit all the time. Like, it is constant. Everybody wants to see. And the only way you're going to get, like, that type of stuff over here, or that type of exposure to all that is by going up and asking people about that.
Exactly.
And, and more than likely, like, I don't want to speak, I can't even remember that guy's name. I don't want to speak for him anyways, but, like, I'm sure he would willingly, like,
dude,
yeah.
I'm telling
absolutely,
you,
bro.
Watching him execute a shot as a para guy with very little hand function and literally pulling that sucker back to allow that trigger to pull back across his face and fire that shot with a back tension pull through style is something that would benefit every single archer out there if they could duplicate it. Because a lot of these guys and gals don't have hand function in the W1 category, especially. My gosh, that thing! I mean, I was just slathering. Jason, I think, was like, dude, I'll go get it for you. Let you look at it if you want. Because I talked about during the practice session because I was watching him.
You got their release. You got the release that Devi from India shoots.
Yeah.
Those, they have no arms.
They ain't got arms. And they're,
Stutzman's release isn't too different from that.
Yeah.
Like
I think theirs is better than Stutzman's.
The way, because of the positioning of it, he's got a more traditional style anchor point.
Right.
Like Matt's, obviously, his string's like way out in front of him. But like it's the function of it's the same. His is just a backwards trigger basically, so it's going forward instead of backwards. But the internal components of the release were all the same.
Right.
The first, because like he showed me the first one of those he ever built. Like, God, that had to have been like 12 or plus years, like 10 or 12 years ago. Yeah. But it was a Scott, whatever the old Scott hook release was.
The Rhino XT.
No, it wasn't a Rhino. It was like a Sabertooth or something.
Sabertooth, yeah.
But he had literally taken a Dremel and cut the housing of the release out and like cut a hole and tack welded an old, I think it was like an old Hoyt axle to the release mechanism on the backside of it so that it would push forward instead of the trigger pulling backwards.
Pulling backwards, yeah. That's crazy.
Hey, he had like a reverse mounted HBC head.
It was a HT. Him and Steve Bosen made it.
Yeah.
They took and cut the fingers off of it and put a steel rod, like drilled a hole and tacked a steel rod through it to make it pivot to be able to pivot.
That's bad, eh?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of these things they're going to be built on the spot.
I mean, that's how all of this stuff.
It was wild,
guys.
I just, with all the technology we have in the States and we have the premier manufacturers, we should be building stuff for these folks. Period. I mean, that's my opinion. If anything, make it feel good. I mean, dude, do something cool for a community of people that need all the help they can get to succeed in the sport.
If only we knew somebody that worked for a archery manufacturer.
Yeah, I know. Trust me, that's something I thought about. But yeah. Anyways, it was pretty cool though. It was awesome. It was a great tournament. Even watching all the medal matches at the end, even after you won, Jay, was pretty cool because there were some really good matches.
Oh, yeah.
Some great archery being shot up there.
Recurve shooters were amazing.
Gosh, amazing. Yeah. It was cool though. But anyways, we need to do more as a team from the United States standpoint to become more competitive in that environment because right now we got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
I mean, after seeing it firsthand and working with everybody, it's a lot of work to do.
Yeah, that's right. This is your first time actually working with the whole team.
It was my first time working with the whole team and not just working with you only. I would go over and help people if they needed help in the past, but now I had responsibility for the whole team. So I was running around like a wild man for 4 days. I think I was over 25 or 30,000 steps every day for 5 straight days.
Did that experience change your opinion on having a team physio?
Yes and no, but no, okay, I won't tell you. Yes and no, but I did have a long, good conversation with her about that. And it's probably something that you want to get on a polarizing subject right now, because I know this guy sitting to my left is
No, I just wanted to talk shit
I don't
with
care.
you because I'm sure you'd love that. I'm sure you didn't.
I didn't.
You didn't object to getting a little.
No, I did, but
I back popped at night.
I
so you
didn't
can
do
sleep.
that. I should have actually.
Polarizing
my back was killing me.
Is definitely in our.
Yeah. No, but I had a long talk with our PT. She was awesome. I love the fact that she's an ex-competitive athlete, played really hyper-competitive collegiate softball. I knew as soon as I asked her, she was a pitcher, and she was cool as heck, man.
And she's a baseball trainer now.
And a baseball trainer. She's an athlete, so she gets it. And so we had a lot of discussions about that, because I'm still of the opinion, and she agreed with me. And the unfortunate part is that she's not in a position to dictate policy. She's there as a service provider, so that if they need something, she provides.
Yeah.
And there's no. And that's where I think we miss it, because she's not trying to educate, and I think we need to give her more power to educate. Because I did have some very candid conversations. Because for me as an athlete, I disagree with getting needling and cupping and these deep tissue massages in the middle of an event like that. And she agreed. She says, "Yeah, I'm changing people enough that it's going to change your shot."
Yeah.
And like a PGA golfer would never in a million years do that. When that swing is relying on
Yeah, but it
repeatability.
depends on if you never had any of it, like in your normal training, and then you go to doing it. Yeah, it's going to be a detriment of some sort. But like that's also some of that's on the athlete too. Like because like when I would do it, and like I would just talk to the physio guys that would work with us on the World Cup circuits. It's like, hey man, like I'm trying to get a certain amount of mobility or trying to get a certain range of motion in this specific spot.
Right.
Like I don't want to be fully symmetrical. And most of the guys were like previous athletes. Like one of our guys was a Golden Glove Award winner.
Oh, boxer.
Like he punched Donnie Wahlberg in the face. Like true story.
Yeah.
But he's like, yeah, dude, you're not in a symmetrical sport.
No.
Like what you're doing is 100% asymmetric.
Right.
So your body should reflect that.
And we talked about that, like, most of the stuff that these guys are doing though is pre and post treatments. Those should be pre-treatment, post-treatment, pre-tournament, post-tournament. Now, we did talk about how the fact you guys travel, and they're in chairs, so their bodies are reacting much more differently than you and I would react. You sit on a plane for 16 straight hours. You need to get everything back in the same place. If you've gotten, stiffness, soreness, back soreness and stuff, we need to work those things out during those 2 days of practice days, But during match time, we had a lot of guys being worked on heavily.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like the way I always treated it was just maintenance. Like if I had a slight discomfort or whatever, the same thing. Like I'd try and gain mobility after we got off the plane. Whatever other like small ailments, like I would have him work, like because he was the only guy that could get my hip impingement out, which that's not affecting my shooting, obviously. So I just did it because it was free.
That's what we talked. That's where it ended. Well, that's where it ended up. I mean, it's a free service that you have to pay for in the United States, and very handsomely to pay for. And I actually did, because my back was killing me, like because we were lifting all these movable chairs, and those things are not light.
Oh,
and
those scooters?
The scooters.
Oh, all your razor stuff.
Yeah.
No, like people that have actual
motors.
Oh,
motor
scooters.
Yeah. Like FYI, if anybody wants to get one, you need to get one like Wendy Gardner's, because it weighs like 10 pounds.
Yeah, and it folds into a briefcase.
Yeah, and it folds into a briefcase. It was amazing. But there are some that weigh like 60 pounds, 70 pounds. And I was a wild man trying to get everything on as fast as we could. And I was just working too hard. My back was literally, by the fourth day, was done. I mean, my knees were killing me. I was feeling 57 in a hurry. So, yeah, it was
You're an old man, Scott.
I'm an old guy, dude.
Advil, bro.
Yeah, dude, I was eating it like Tic Tacs, like popping them constantly. So no, it was a great trip though. Learned a lot, man, because it was cool to see and witness it on a coaching level to help all athletes. It's just, man, we just have work to do, and I hope we do it as a team moving forward. Because if not, the Olympics will be potentially a one-man show again. I mean, I hope not, but
there's going to be.
I hope we're in a much better position we were, because, like I said, he was a shining light that we had out there, which was awesome. So, but the expectation was there. We put in the work. We do the work. So the expectation is we're gonna win gold. It's pretty much if we don't get that, it's a massive letdown for you, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taylor, you've been here for 40 minutes. What's your opinion on all that?
On what?
You gotta get really close.
I am close.
You don't have to get super close, but
You know what? Honestly, we can talk about her real quick. So, Taylor, how many tournaments have you won in the last 2 months for real?
A lot.
She's won a lot.
you can just say every single one.
Yeah.
Every
Well,
single one.
Yeah. Well, she just went up to Oklahoma and shot in the youth boys class because there was nobody in the youth girls, right? And you didn't want to go up there to get a participation trophy.
Yeah.
So,
It's pointless.
yeah, exactly. So I think you shot against 5 kids, didn't you? 5 guys?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was 5 youngsters. How bad you beat them?
They got whooped.
Are you an A&M fan?
Kinda.
Okay. Well, this might not be pertinent to you, but you did to them what University of Texas has been doing to Oklahoma Sooners for a couple years now. So
I'm pretty sure I sent you.
Thank you for that.
I'm pretty sure I sent you a reel on Instagram talking shit about the Longhorns because I'm pretty sure the Longhorns have only won like their record in the last 20 years is like 6-13 or something
Against A&M?
Oklahoma.
Oh, against Oklahoma? Really?
no, not really.
Oh, I sent you a reel talking shit.
What's Iowa State's record against Oklahoma?
I don't know.
Because
But
I know
I'm
you're
pretty
switching.
sure
I know you're
Oklahoma-
switching to be an Aggie fan now, but
You are.
Well, I'm pretty sure Iowa State's athletic department is shutting down.
really.
Well, they might as well.
Why? What'd they do?
Dude, they had like one player from their football team stay after Matt Campbell, their coach, left.
Did everybody go into the portal?
Yeah.
It's a rebuild year.
Oh my god! So I heard that they're going to do something about that, though. It's
Yeah,
there's
Congress
le-
passed
I think there's
it.
legislation in
Congress
place.
is it's going through Congress now. I think it's going to be like you can only transfer once every 2 years.
They're not going to be like players that are jumping every single year.
Yeah.
Like LeBron trying to find that championship team.
Yeah.
And never winning. But
Gosh, that's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, they need to do something because that's not cool. One guy stayed.
I
Off the
I
whole
don't
team.
remember exactly what it was, but yeah, it was basically like one because Matt Campbell went to Penn State and like he took the damn near the entire roster with him.
How many? Who you guys got going now? Who is it?
Oh, it's some dude from one of the Dakotas, I think. I mean, he's a damn good coach.
Yeah.
He won nationals.
Iowa
in,
State was pretty decent last year.
Yeah, you guys had a good team.
Yeah.
That sucks.
well, they were supposed to be really good the last 2 years, but
True.
kind of.
So with that being said, we got football season starting in about 3 weeks collegiately.
Something like that.
Is it 3 or 4 weeks?
Yeah,
August,
September.
mid-August.
No, I don't think it's August.
Texas
September.
State up in San Marcos just joined the Pac-12.
Oh, really?
Are you serious right
Whatever
now?
that means.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
Pacific Coast, right next to the Gulf.
That's
right,
kinda
Right
next to the Gulf.
of
That's actually
America.
funny. Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
so they get to compete with USC and Washington. And
Well, the
Washington
interesting
State
thing
and
is, I
something
know
like
you got, isn't NFL preseason coming up in August?
Yeah, in 2 weeks.
preseason.
Yeah. So, anyways, it's interesting to see this whole change because you got tournament season wrapping up for the most part everywhere, and then now football is going to be on in 2 weeks. Everybody will be talking about deer hunting and elk hunting. Here.
Now we can really get to our degenerated activities.
Exactly. Go
Kevin,
kill
you going to the
things.
Classic?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's this
ASA
weekend, right?
That's this weekend.
That's this
Oh,
weekend.
You
yeah.
gonna go win that one too?
You going to try to win that one? You going to win that one or try?
Both?
Yeah. Hey, What's
That's a good answer. That's a good answer. You should try.
You better. Exactly. You got Claire Smith, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's your kryptonite. So her and Claire go back and forth. I think you've won one. She's won two. Something like that.
Yeah, she was just that Buckeye.
So
Because I saw her dad was
yeah.
taking some photos.
Dude,
out
did
there.
you see Chloe Nelson too? She won. She set a
She
world
set a
record.
world record.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
God
did see that
dang.
at Joe at Nationals.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then my good buddy Tyler Terry, his kids, Brody and Easton, are destroying USAT right now.
So we
'Cause
need to get
Brody-
you doing this too.
Yeah, Brody shot a world record in 15 and under
Yeah.
at Buckeye, and they're just dominating. I think Brody's lost one, and he's won the other three right now. So that kid is on fire. I'm
So
pretty
he-
sure he won this weekend too, didn't he?
Probably at Joad Nationals, yeah.
yeah. And Easton set a new record at Joad this past week. I think he shot like a 712 or something.
There
like
was
that.
like
Dude, they had a
600 kids or something.
crazy amount
number.
of kids in Nebraska this past weekend.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
And then damn near doubled the population of the state.
I think that matter of fact, I was reading an article, somebody posted it. They shut down, bro, eliminations until 6:30 at night because of the heat.
Yeah.
Gosh. We shot it, and it was 105 in Oklahoma. It was terrible.
It wasn't that bad.
Well, the reason why, the director got smart. He broke it up, 30 targets, 15 on one day, 15 on the next.
He did 2 day.
You had an option to shoot them all one day or break them up, and I'm going to tell you, 15 in one day at 9 o'clock in the morning, we were done before 11:30.
I was going to say, you're probably done at like...
Amazing.
But well before noon.
Amazing.
Well before it got really hot.
Well before it got hot, and it was absolutely nice. I mean, even we shot on Saturday at noon because I had to set up 4 bows Saturday morning at the tournament to get them ready because we took Abigail. One of the girls came back from a long retirement. And anyways, we shot at noon, but right before I started to really feel the heat, we were done.
Yeah.
I mean, if I had to do 30 that day, I'd have been done. I'd have been toasted. There's no way.
It wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't because it was 15 targets. Could you imagine if we had to shoot 30?
I mean, we sat out there after... What day do we shoot this?
Yeah, but you're young.
Saturday. Yeah, but you're young. You can handle the heat.
Wait. No,
Saturday.
we shot Sunday.
At her age, I was doing 2-a-days in South Texas.
Yeah, exactly.
So I remember it wasn't that bad.
No.
But now that I'm older, I can feel it.
But it was really cool. I think a lot of the states need to look at that with the heat when it's hot. I mean, 15 and 15.
I mean, especially if you're doing your ASA state championships
in July, August.
This late.
Yeah.
Because, dude, I was looking at signing up for the TSAA outdoor state championship, whatever.
Oh,
it's the weekend of the 8th and 9th
in Houston.
No. I looked at the 30-day forecast, and it will be 96 that day. Yeah, I'm good.
No.
Right before I go to Missouri and be miserable.
It'd be
out
102
there.
In Missouri.
Yeah, I'd rather. Yeah. Missouri's mandatory, so I'd rather burn out there.
You won't burn. You won't burn. There's too much water in the air.
True.
Well, that's the problem. The humidity is so bad. I'm telling you, I think it was hotter in Oklahoma than it was down here this weekend.
I was pretty hot because I made the stupid mistake of going out and shooting at 3 p.m. on Saturday.
Are you crazy?
And I set up a canopy, and even then, I was like, I got through 72 arrows fast by shooting 12 at a time.
Yeah. It's a Bansky.
Yeah, I had to, but
yeah,
it's getting insane.
So along with some things that are going on this week coming up, we got, I think, 3 new target bows launching this week.
I was going to say, lots of stuff will be coming out at the
Classic.
At the Classic. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, so we are launching, Darton is launching a new bow on Thursday. I think Bowtech is launching a new bow on Thursday, and Elite is launching a new bow on Thursday. So,
I mean, I'm sure there'll be some other stuff popping out there. The Classic always seems to be a big coming out party for some of the Target stuff.
Right. Yeah, it was, it's going to be a pretty exciting Classic. I think it'll be, so far, so good. Knock on wood. The weather's looking really decent, so it's not going to be
Where's it at this year?
Alabama still in Coleman. In Coleman. So hopefully we'll have a really good turnout there, and I think we'll have a good crowd. I think being the last tournament of the year, it's always cool. Foley is always really crowded, and the Classic's always really crowded because it's the last kind of weekend before the kids go back to school.
Yep.
You know, like you said, Outdoor Nationals the following weekend, and a lot of people are going to go double dip on that one. So it'll be. I think
good thing about that, though, well, not the good thing, but the difference is there's no kids at Outdoor Nationals
outdoors
because they've done their
JOAD. You're right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So it's all adults. Mm-hmm. That's gonna make things nice
because they don't even do junior class. Well, I guess it's not.
There's no U21. There's
I
nothing.
forgot it's not because it used to be 2 separate tournaments, but they would still have it's now U21, but it was junior back then.
Yeah, not anymore.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you one thing I did this weekend, which was kind of cool, and you'll appreciate, both of you, you'll really appreciate this. So it was kind of cool and bad. So anyway, Saturday, Bryce had come over and worked with me with some of the new stuff we got coming out in Darton, and he had an old Perfex, Sand Perfex release, and he's got a ton of them. And I said, let me borrow one of those. I want to try it, shoot it. And he sets his really, really, really heavy. And I don't like him that way. I like him normally really light. So I picked it up and started shooting it. And dude, it made me execute an archery shot. Bridge already knows, laughing his ass off. Because normally with that thumb trigger, I set it so light that if I just breathe on it, she goes, and I execute it that way. Well, this one made me work, and it actually ended up feeling like a hinge. I said, hey, I want to shoot this week. And I was 50-50 on whether I was going to shoot it or my HT. So I got up there and practiced with it, and it felt really good. I said, I'm just going to shoot the first couple of targets and see what happens, you know. And, man, I ended up shooting it for the whole tournament. Well, that first day, I was 2 or 4 down on a really tough course. Ryan Thomas had a shot like 10 up on it, so I was close and shot my bow really well and executed that release like awesome. And then in the hubble bubble of packing trucks and all that crap, and we had 4 people in a truck and all that, well, Lisa, my wife, had packed my release pouch unknowingly in her backpack, work backpack. So we get there the next morning. We're getting ready to call out in the range. I can't find my release pouch anyway. So I go tear Bryce's truck apart, can't find it. Tear my truck apart, can't find it. So I'm kind of pissed off because the last target of that Saturday, I literally told Bryce, I looked at him and said, hey, I'm just letting you know you are not getting this release back. And I took my phone out and I Venmo'd him $200, which is $50 more than what he paid for, I know for a fact. And that's what I was more pissed off about. I just bought this god darn release and I'm never going to shoot it again because it's gone. And then I started going through the inventory was in that little pouch. I had my specialty podium peep kit in there with all lenses and all clarifiers. That's $250. I had an old Scott Longhorn Pro, fatty, the brass, gold brass one, which I think I've seen them for up to $300 because you can't find them.
Yeah.
Then I had that hinge that release I just bought was in there, and then I had my tape thing in there. I had and I had $1,000 worth of stuff in that little pouch. So I had to borrow a release. I got out there, shot a 5 on my first freaking target right away. Then I shot 2 8s, and I'm so mad I wanted to walk off the range. And then Lisa had told Justin Parrish, a friend of ours, to go in the truck because she thinks she remembered putting it in her backpack, which I didn't look in her backpack. And here he comes with my pouch, which made me just more mad. At that point, I was just like, lost my crap. And I was like, because I've already shot a 5 and 2 8s, you know, I've already shot 3 targets. I didn't even hardly shoot at all that first day. And I was just like pissed and just more pissed. But anyways, dude, the thumb button, I'm going to tell you something right now. A convert, and you're going to laugh probably, but the thumb button set stupid heavy. And I mean, I have to lean on that sucker to get it to fire. Kept me in a hinge style release where I was yanking on that bow as hard as I could and just building as much pressure as I could to make that shot fire.
Yeah.
And bro, it was a game changer. It kept me on target. It eliminated right and left problems. I had no pre-shot ignitions where I normally flinch, you know, or if I get on it a little bit and it doesn't fire, and I do the whole, you know, hitch thing. And I never believed in it because I know Michael Braden sets. Somebody told me that Rendon Brooks's release is set so heavy you can hardly get it to shoot.
Yeah.
And I always thought, man, that's just stupid, you know. And wow, if you're a hinge guy and want to go to a button, you have to do. I think I learned something. And this old guy learned it that if you set it stupid heavy, you can shoot it like a hinge.
So
you can do it with any. You can do that with a light release too, Scott.
No,
you do it with a light release too.
No, not that way.
It's different because you can consciously like, hey, I want to lean on it and just like gradually increase. You're just continually increasing pressure, and you can do a lot.
Yeah.
So it's easier to feel comfortable with it, but I don't know. I mean, everybody's brain works different.
Yeah.
Like you just didn't have the pre-shot ignition with that super heavy one because you don't normally shoot one. Right. Let's circle back to this in about a month. Once I guess I'd say once you've shot more arrows, but you won't practice.
I'll shoot some more.
You'll shoot it. Yeah, you're going to shoot at least 40 arrows between here and the next time we speak because you'll shoot 40 targets at the Classic.
Well,
trying to get him to shoot outdoor nationals.
No, I'm going to the nationals. I think I'm pretty sure. So I'll tell you what it made me do, because when I borrowed the other release, and it was a Perfex, but it was a lot lighter, is that's why I shot that 5. So what I was doing, I was talking to Ryan Thomason about it, and I was rotating, literally taking all the pressure off these fingers and rotating that thumb barrel way deep in the pocket back here. Mm-hmm. I mean, way deep. And then I would come back and wrap the fingers around the release and get it back to vertical. And then what I was doing, when I was pulling, I was literally starting to rip these 2 fingers, these ring finger, middle finger, and really rocking that release deep. And I had my thumb wrapped around like a hook like this.
Yeah.
And then that barrel, when I started to pull on this, was just ripping into that thumb and would make it fire. So I wasn't really
Yeah.
So I was rocking it like a hinge, more or less, like how you would cheat a hinge. But I'll tell you what, the shots were so clean and crisp. But when I had that backup, I got into it that way, come down, and I started to get down, and my pin was coming down, and pow! She fired, and I'm like, God dang it, I wasn't even freaking there yet, and that's how I got that 5. But that's what I typically do with thumb. I think is I got a lot of pre-ignition, a lot of pre-fire because I'm so sensitive to how much barrel pressure to put on. I love the fact I could wrap and be safe and not worry about it.
Yeah.
And stay into a very, very hyper aggressive shot. Like I was trying to pull the cams off that bow, and I hadn't shot that aggressively in probably it'd been a long time. Because as I age, I think I'm turning into more of a static shooter, just kind of sit and wait.
I think you're just getting old, bro.
I know.
Just don't. It's not as. You're not a strapping young lad.
Yeah, but I wanted to talk about it because I thought it was something I think that some of the guys maybe ought to try. It was interesting. Let's put it that way. I would have never thought that I'd have liked it.
I'm about to go home and like make my release not fire.
I mean, for me, like to me, it makes sense to me because I went back to my hinge and different wording, but like same type of deal. Like you constantly like being able to like lean on it and know that it's not going to fire until you're like really going after it is like the same to me with a hinge in that like I like feeling the release rotate because I'll like just grab a hold of it with the back of my hand and just tighten my hand up.
Yep.
Like feeling that pressure increase, feeling the release turn in my brain is calming because it's like, hey, as long as the pin's there and the release is moving, it's probably going to land there. The chances of it going there are way infinitely higher than it not. So it's a calming effect for me. Once that pin settles down and I can see it stop or come down and it's in the area I want and I just start increasing pressure and I know it's going to fire.
That is exactly how to describe how I was executing that shot with that thumb. It was calming because I was leaning on this bow so hard. And, and my kryptonite has always been a weak shot because of my rear elbow. I'm weak back here, and I'm not pulling. I'm just kind of sitting there. And a lot of people, you see me do it, where my elbow will start to creep in like this, and I'm exaggerating before I shoot. And that's what made it so cool because I didn't realize how much I wasn't pushing and pulling to maintain pin pressure, what I call pin pressure on the target. So when my pin was sitting there, I could just get into that shot so hard, and I was ripping so hard on that bow, it was keeping the pin there.
Yeah.
Where in the past, the pin would get there, and I'm like, okay, let's start executing. And then it was almost like a punch, almost like a boom. I'm like, I go now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just build a little bit of pressure, and it's going to fire. So everything was happening more. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's happening more rapid fire, kind of like, oh, it's there. I got to go there. Instead of just sitting back there and just, ooh, this feels so good, just pulling. I mean, just ripping the bow apart, and it was awesome, dude. I mean, I executed literally 30 really, really good shots this week. I had one shot that I blanked the target, but it was 100% on a misjudge. There was a 47-yard Havy, and a hyena, and I told everybody in my group, I went back and looked at it like 6 times because I had to go back and find my arrow once. And I said, I would miss this target every single time because I physically can't see that for 47. Yeah. I shot it for 43 and shot under it. Made a great shot, but, when the yardage ain't there, you're screwed. 30 really good executed shots this weekend with that release, and I was hyper excited about that. I'm actually looking forward to shooting in the next tournament or maybe getting some practice in because it made the bow fun to shoot because I was shooting it the way I did when I was in my 30s.
It's always more fun to be good.
Yeah, exactly. So no, it was. But I would encourage everyone to try it. I mean, that tension is something that I think is probably overlooked. But it goes against the grain of a Jimmy Lutz, Kyle Douglas, the guy, Jason Tabansky, that are traditional punchers. They're executing shots on command with very light trigger pressures. But it was awesome. It was wild. So I mean,
it's there. It needs to go.
Yeah, for real. No,
shot doesn't get better the more you hold.
And God dang, I preach that a million times for sure. But so to repeat what he just said, the shot, and I say this all the time, your shot's as good as it gets. It's not getting better the longer you hold. But this allowed me to do, executing that shot that way, is kind of like what you were saying. It allowed me to get great holds longer.
Well, it just
made it calming for me.
Yeah, it's a relaxing thing. Like you're going to sit there and hold it, and you need to pull. So if you let yourself feel that release movement, for me, it's letting myself feel the hinge roll. For you, it's letting yourself like actively grab a hold of the barrel. Mm-hmm. Like It's just a calming thing as opposed to being nervous about the bow firing when you get onto something and it not being there. You're like, well, I know I got to put a lot of effort into getting it to go off.
Yeah.
So I may as well take the time to make sure the dot's there.
I will say this, for the first time shooting a back-to-back day tournament like that, I literally never, knock on wood, I never had a low, where I'm, because of a weak shot, never even got close. And I actually quit thinking about it. I never worried about it. You know how when you break a shot, sometimes you're like, oh, that's going to be bad. Because you've creeped or you got weak on the back end. It never even got in my mind. Everything was hitting exactly where I was aiming.
Yeah.
And it was like, to your point, as long as I was in there, it was going to go there. And it was the first time I've been able to do that across 30 targets without thinking about the fact I'm going to break a low shot. I mean, I had no issues sitting on that low 12 and just aiming there.
Yeah.
I missed a couple low, just eighth of an inch, quarter. That's archery. It wasn't because of a weak shot. You know? I just happened to pick the wrong spot to aim at. So, what do you shoot, Talon? Thumb or hinge?
Hinge.
You shoot a hinge. You pull pretty hard?
I think so.
Yeah. I was wondering if you pull hard or you just kind of sit there and let things happen.
No, I pull.
You pull hard?
Yeah, because you yelled at me.
That's a good answer. Good answer. So, now something you guys had to try though. It was pretty cool. I mean, I thought it was awesome.
I'm gonna go home and try it.
It's worth it. I mean, I think it eliminates your low sixes and sevens that you get on occasion when you happen to just complete a week. Sevens, yes.
Never get a
6, 7.
I did.
That's for Ephraim.
I did that in Ohio, and I remembered Ephraim. I said I shot a 6 and a 7 in my first 2 arrows, and then I shot all 10s because I'd be damned if I was going to finish that way.
Oh yeah.
He had a stitched 6-7 hat.
Oh my gosh. That boy.
I know.
He's crazy.
So
anyways, hunting season coming around the corner. Are you going hunting this year at all?
I'm going to shoot birds.
That's it. Because you're shooting target archery into hunting season.
Yeah.
So that puts a damper on you trying to plan a hunt for sure. That sucks.
I got to wait and see. December would be November, December.
Yeah.
November is duck season, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah, because we got no duck hunting in last year.
No.
It was so hot.
It stayed
hopefully
hot
this year
all
gets
year.
better. Yeah. What about you, homie?
I mean, I don't have plans to go anywhere.
No? You're not going back to Iowa? No.
Well, I mean, I bought my point. I still got 3 more years before I get a tag.
Oh, for real?
For bow tag, anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, I could probably get a late season tag with 3 points. It's like 3 or 4. It's like 50% with 3, I think.
Yeah.
Now I could definitely get a second season shotgun, but
just wait.
yeah, I'll just wait and go with bow.
Yeah. That's
So
cool.
I don't know, if I do anything, if I go anywhere, I'll try and talk Courtney into going back to Oklahoma. I know her dad wants to go back to where we went.
The one thing bad about it, I'm sure you've heard about what their tag prices went up to.
I mean, yeah, but so
yeah. I mean,
you get to kill 5 deer for
that's true, and I
$750.
forgot about that. You did get to pick.
You get 5 deer for
$750.
$750.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, it's not that bad.
You know what? I'll tell you. Now that I drive it all the time for work, it's not that far.
No,
You could be there in 5 hours. Yeah.
dude, where Courtney and I went is literally 15 miles across the border. You know exactly where it is. That spot by Ardmore.
Oh yeah. I
You know, you drive by. You
I
probably
drive by it every
all the
time.
time.
Oh yeah. No, that's in your 3 hours to the coast, go fishing. So it's just add a couple more and you're there. If you go
Fishing
fishing,
the coast of what fucking ocean is next to Oklahoma?
I know. I mean, when you go to fishing from
I
here,
understood it.
Oh yeah.
yeah, you got 3 hours to go to fishing. So
Good
add
Lord.
2 more and you go hunting. Yeah. No, I'm not doing that. But
Yeah.
anyways, you're going on a mule deer hunt, right? Yeah.
She's already wearing the camo for it.
Yes, she is.
She's leaving
hunting
from
mode.
here.
And you're going to New Mexico for that?
I think so.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's New Mexico. Yeah, she
Going
actually got a really good tag.
Going with your dad.
Yeah,
Nice.
And I think your dad.
I think I remember Chris saying something about
I
it.
think your dad drew a rifle tag too, didn't he? Mule deer. I think he did. Yeah,
I don't
I'm
know.
pretty sure. You guys do some really good tags this year. You got lucky.
I don't pay attention to him.
You just go where you're told.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
Dude, it's weird seeing the deer here after driving up to Ohio. I got to see a lot of deer on the side of the road. Yeah, their does look like
Dude.
our trophy bucks.
Yeah, they're 200 pounds, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, it's easy to get
easy to get 200
75 pounds of meat plus off of a doe.
Off of a doe.
That was normal.
Yeah. We got a bucks down here that if they're $150, this is a trophy.
Yeah.
No, it's going to be an interesting year. So far, from what we heard out west, everything's wet. So we should have a good elk season as far as that goes, and mule deer both, because it was been dry the last 2 years. I was talking to some of the guys that live out in New Mexico and Arizona, and they said it's been really wet. So it should be a really good hunting season. It's one of the things that's, tags were really expensive again this year, at least for elk, to try to get them. Mm-hmm. But I think they were a little more available this year, and I don't know if it's because of gas or the economy. Bridget and I were talking before the show, the archery business has been good, but not great. It was getting better, and now it's kind of tapered off because of the whole reintroduction of the Iran war again.
It's on pause right now.
It is?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's been on pause for 2 days. I just saw an update.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't know
I mean,
that.
it might be back on now, but it was on pause for the last 2 days.
Oh, no, time out. Yeah, well, I heard over the weekend he, dropped some big stuff.
Well, Iran was threatening to bomb Ukraine or some crazy shit like that.
What?
Dude.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I'm just sitting here with popcorn.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The only thing I'm worried about is I might be going to Dubai in December, but
There's
maybe
no
not.
way you guys are having
Those
that.
guys are cool.
That's not the problem. The problem is they're bombing them every other day.
Yeah, Iran bombed their airport.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah. And all their U.S. anything that has anything a U.S. interest is getting shot at.
You were
Just
talking
make
about me
sure-
not getting any hunting in this year.
Well, there you go. You might be able to hunt the
I
whole
might
month
be
in
the
December.
hunted.
Most dangerous game.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
I am pretty dangerous.
I don't think there's any way in this world I would fly anywhere in the Middle East right now. No way.
Well,
everything's fair game right now for those guys.
before we go back into hunting, there's that tournament in India, right?
Yeah.
And they're offering free everything. All you have to do is book your flights. But the only flights I could find go through the Middle East. I have to
really?
transfer
I was
to the
going to
Middle
say,
East.
you're
And I was
probably
like,
going to have to change over
either in Qatar or
Oh, no.
where there was another one
Bahrain?
somewhere around there, somewhere in Saudi.
Yeah, I figured they'd have one going through Turkey or going through,
Like Istanbul.
Istanbul or something.
Turkey would be okay because I don't think they're going to mess with
I
Turkey.
don't know, man.
No.
They got nukes.
dude. Like
We have
Turkey.
Yeah, but
Turkey's a wild place, bro.
Turkey would have less political drama to hit the button.
The thing is,
I don't know, man.
Well, Turkey's
I
part of
remember,
Europe.
Yeah.
I remember one time we were flying back home, and then a week later, they had a couple vans full of dudes with AKs roll through the international arrivals lot, and then a couple weeks before I was supposed to go to Indoor World Championships in Ankara, somebody blew up a bus a mile or right down the road from the venue.
Wow.
yeah, it's crazy. So
Crazy. Well,
that might put a little hinder on hunting, but
yeah.
we'll see.
I'd stay in the States and then get in my tree blind or tree stand and say, nope, good to go.
You're going out west in September.
Yeah, I got a pretty
So you're
full.
going with David, right?
Dang, dude. I got my wife drew a tag in Montana.
Oh, Lisa did?
Yeah, Lisa drew a tag, so I'm taking her opening week of elk season in Montana. Ooh. Then I got to turn my butt around and drive to I'm trying to fight off on a flyer drive. I got to drive to southern New Mexico for a guided trip. I got a client that I'm taking for, and then I got to get back in the truck or plane and go back to Montana to take another guy and his kid. So yeah, it's a full plate, up and down from one end of the country to the bottom and to back up to the top.
Oh, you asked for it though. You love that shit.
Yeah, I do and I don't. I mean, it's getting hard because of work.
You love the suck.
Yeah, the suck is real, but
You love the suck of it.
but you know what's crazy?
You would have been a great Marine.
I have no time now, bro. Because you think about it, when we get done with Outdoor Nationals, I'm getting back, and I'm not going to the bow hunter games, and I hope Randy doesn't make me go for the trailer or anything.
So you get 2 weeks off.
I got 2 weeks off, and then I'm right back in the truck again, and then that's going to be a month of driving, and then. And then after that, we got the new bow launch coming out probably in October, like we do every year, and all the bow launches. And then it'll be on the road nonstop for basically 3 months.
It's been the same way for the last 57 years, bro.
No, it's gotten worse, bro. It really has. Schedule's gotten tighter and worse. I mean, literally,
Because every year.
Because you think about it, we've talked about, we've got some.
Right?
Do I?
No, you can have your conversation. I'm going to talk to Taylor here for a minute.
No, but we got people that want to come to the academy for training, and I know USA Archery's talked about us doing a pre-training camp for the Pan American Championships.
Yeah, that's
here.
gonna suck because that's like you're on your own. Then I turn into shooter, not a helper.
Exactly, and I don't know how or where we're gonna.
Let's say, where would you guys go shoot for that?
Here,
over.
you would do a lot of the stuff indoor, get everybody fixed and ready, and then go hit the outdoor.
You won't believe how much technical stuff needs to be done inside.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's shocking.
Yeah. But the outdoor range we'd go out to, either Arrow-Minded or somewhere.
But yeah, it's a lot of.
If you guys need a larger indoor shooting facility,
well, yeah,
got a place
that might happen. So, anyways, the schedule's getting tight, and it's getting, I don't know, nuts.
And Bowtech's moving to Texas.
Oh, I forgot about that, man. I wanted to talk about that today, actually. Yeah, Bowtech is moving to Houston, Texas.
HTX.
I think that's a really big deal, and I think it's going to help them tremendously.
You think so?
Yes.
In Houston?
It's better than Washington, where they're at now.
Oregon.
Or Oregon. No.
Yes.
Yeah, Oregon.
Eugene.
Oregon.
Yeah, Eugene. My bad.
The state that
I'm
wants
thinking
to
Boeing's
outlaw.
Everett, Washington.
Yeah, the state that wants to outlaw hunting, fishing, anything that.
So I
kills
heard
animals.
that died.
Good.
That's not going to be on the ballot.
Because they weren't going to get any food.
Well, yeah, you think about it. You could. I think if that thing would have passed, you couldn't even raise cattle.
No.
Yeah, it would.
Buying a steak would have been illegal because it died somewhere.
Yeah. Right. Anyways, no, but I think it's going to be a big move for them coming to Texas. I really do.
Yeah.
The company's going to save money on from a tax burden standpoint. I think it's going to hurt them from a standpoint of trying to find employees. I think it's going to kill them. Because you look at the demographic of Houston, it's not the Northwest.
Yeah.
You have hunters and fishermen.
Bro,
Houston.
Texas is the entire state.
Have you been to Houston? It's
Well, yeah, but
kinda
that's
like Austin.
but that's
where
every
exactly are they
major.
moving in Houston, though.
no, they're moving to, like I heard, like town Houston, like so the south is all the industrial.
They'd be okay.
So
Like southern Houston is like you're going to catch Victoria. You're going to catch.
I know
all
some
that
people
area.
that has been offered, and it's been a big fat no because it's Houston. Let's put it that way.
I mean, I don't blame.
Yeah, I wouldn't go there.
I wouldn't move to Houston.
I would move to Houston.
I hate
No
flying
way.
out of Houston.
I hate even doing sales calls in Houston.
I hate transferring.
You know, there's no time now in Houston that is good to travel, like from point A to point B.
The whole that
What's
place
crazy,
is
what's
massive,
crazy, dude? It's
bro.
16 lanes of highway, nonstop.
And
Like
they're
just
none of them are moving. None of them move.
Dude, I just went through a major city that only had 3 lanes of traffic, and I was doing 140 miles an hour. That's the difference between people paying $3,000 for a driver's license versus somebody getting it in a Cracker Jack box.
yeah, exactly.
Because you get a license, you get a license, you get a license.
The only time I've gone through Houston and didn't deal with traffic was when I was driving towards a hurricane. I was the only car going east.
Yeah.
Everybody else was going west.
Or at 2 o'clock in the morning is usually pretty good.
2 o'clock
Yes.
is not bad. I've driven
Yeah,
at
like
night.
like nighttime,
It's okay.
not too bad.
But it's terrible. That town, traffic-wise, is horrendous. They could literally fit, I think I was talking to someone about this, 6 or 7 archery shops there, and it wouldn't hurt them.
Yeah.
Because it's just unbelievable. To drive 22 miles can take 50 minutes.
Just stop. Just stop.
It's true.
No, them.
No.
Makes sense.
6, 7, oh God. There we go.
Why is it the most?
Scott.
It's the perfect number that people say. Like, hey, how many arrows do you have in your quiver? I don't know, about 6 or 7. Just makes sense.
Does it drive you crazy?
Yes.
It's at least 6 or 7 degrees
It's the most
cooler here
dumbest
than it is out
It
there.
is. It's stupid.
It's like 6 or 7 degrees cooler.
Yeah, it's about as stupid as moving to Houston.
Yeah.
Guys,
I
I'm not
couldn't
doing
do
it.
But like I said, I think it'll be a good move for them financially as a corporation.
Yeah.
You know, I do think that they're going to have a little difficulty in finding people.
But you did say something really interesting out there when we were sitting there talking. I said I was going to grab a mic. You think that them moving and restarting, basically like hitting that reset button, is going to be a good injection for target archery.
Yes.
Or the archery industry.
So I've heard their CEO, and he's young, dude. I want to say he's 29 or 31 years old. I was trying to back end looking at his Facebook profile. Yeah, I was stalking him. And then hearing him on the podcast, I think with Poole. He's been on 2. I think he was with Brian McDonald and MFJJ too. Mm-hmm. And I just have a feeling that he's looked at what they've done in the past. And I think he admitted that what they did with Kyle and Tim was an issue.
Yeah.
And I think he might infuse some stuff back into the world of target archery. And I know that he's talking about, because he was talking about what Paige has done for him and what's the guy's name from Bow Disciples? I can't remember his name.
Oh, I don't remember.
Bow Disciple guy.
Yeah, the Bow Disciple guy. I mean, talking about him and what he's done for the brand. And it just seems to me that they're going to probably put some money back into marketing into people that are shooting their bows a lot.
Yeah.
Whether it be professional archery. They tried that whole thing of the contingency with the, with just the amateurs. But I'm going to tell you guys, and any manufacturer, and I'll tell my own boss this, if you think that just running contingency and increasing contingency for the amateurs is going to put more of your product in their hands, I think that's foolish.
That's pretty short-lived.
It is. Well, it's not, because at the end of the day, then they don't even trust themselves to shoot at a professional level, let alone they're wanting to see the proving grounds of the pros shooting the bows effectively and winning, to put that trust in them when they're just an amateur trying to shoot at a high level like in K40 or pins 30, whatever it may be. They look to those guys for that leadership. That's okay. If he's doing it, then it's going to work for me. And that's been all sports, dude.
I don't think that's true at all. Bro,
totally.
No Joe Blow that's buying his first target bow is like, man, Kyle Douglas shoots this. That's why he shoots a Matthews. He only wins because he shoots a Matthews.
Totally disagree with you. If MFJJ or Joe Rogan would pick up a bow, it is the hottest bow on the planet for that time period.
Yeah, because 50 million people listen to Joe Rogan's podcast. The guy that's buying a Hoyt because he's listening to the Rogan's podcast is because he doesn't know anything different. The guy that's buying a Matthews, because there's probably very few guys buying Matthews because it's Kyle Douglas shooting it. I don't think it's a bad thing that, I think, obviously, as a guy that made money shooting a bow for a while, I think every company should pay pro shooters. I think it's a great thing for them, but I don't think it's a direct drive to the sales. I think there's some effect to it, yes.
Well, I can tell you,
I don't think it's 1-to-1.
I can tell you that you look at Elite and Matthews, they have the most pros out right now. They have the most amount of bows on tour right now. In the ASA tour, I'm going to say it. You look at, this is just fact of life. Bowtechs are non-existent right now. Even with Paige carrying the torch, and now you got Tim back. So I think you're going to see a big pickup, and I think that they realized that and seen it and said, yeah. And I'm not saying target archery even matters in a sense, but I will tell you that just looking at PSE, for example, them paying no contingency, you can't find a PSE anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, I'm even seeing that on the USAT tour. We don't even see hardly
very few.
Very few PSEs. So they've completely divorced themselves from the highest level of our sport, people shooting them, and have put all their eggs in that tack basket. Now, I think there's a ton of guys shooting mocks at tack. Mm-hmm. No doubt about it, because it's probably from a Western mountain hunting experience, it's got to be one of the top bows out there.
Yeah.
I mean, weight, ratios, everything. It's awesome.
I've said it before, and we've all said it before, but go ask those guys at TAC how close to sticker price they paid for all their equipment, and then go ask the same thing to all the people at ASAs.
Yeah.
At the very least, ask people what they'd be willing to pay for it at an ASA, and ask people what they'd be willing to pay for something at a TAC.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you the TAC number is probably a lot closer to retail.
Yeah, no, it 100% is. But I tell you, though, you say that, but I know, talking to guys at the trailer and even our own guy, that's changing rapidly.
Yeah.
Because they're figuring it out now. I mean, the TAC people are like, well, heck, if I'm going to go post 1,000 videos a year of me shooting my bow at TAC events, and they're all doing it, every single one of them, I need something for that. And it's coming, believe me, and it's going to be it's cyclical in nature. TAC was the young redheaded stepchild that no one knew about. And now it's one of the largest events created. The guys know that now. They know they're getting traction. They know they're getting, I'm not going to say who, but some very, very prominent guy was like, yeah, I wouldn't shoot your stuff because you can't pay me enough. And honestly, this guy I wouldn't give him a bow for any amount of money on the planet because I don't think he moves a needle. But in his world of the TAC empire, he thinks he's somebody, and it was said verbatim. And I was like, holy crap, here we go. This is the start.
I've never seen a TAC championship.
Duh. Yeah. They have their own name now, and what we call them, it's hilarious. I'm not going to say it because it would be way too polarizing. But
tackle.
They have their own names now. Let's put it that way.
TAC poles.
I actually used it to one of my buddies who runs a booth there, and he got kind of offended by it, I think. Because I told him, I was like, because he quit shooting ASA. I said, well, you don't shoot ASA anymore, because he was talking about the new target bow, trying to get me info on it. I ain't telling you, dude. You don't even shoot ASA anymore. And he said, you're one of those blah, blah, blahs. And he's like, are you kidding me? And I'm like, proof's in the pudding, bro. And he did not like it.
I like
it is a funny name.
TAC holes.
I can't say it because it's kind of like, yeah. Anyways, people will be blowing us up. What is it, Scott? What is it?
Good.
Yeah, but no, it's
Just
seriously.
DM Scott Hamlin. That's
But it's-
at SH Hamlin.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, it's But anyways, I think the guy's going to do some good things. I hope for the industry. I'm actually excited that he's on board. He's a high energy guy. He's young, and I think he's going to break the mold a little bit.
Yeah.
And
Well,
it'll be.
I mean-
And I'm going to tell you right now, if Bowtech comes back, because they were probably at the lowest point of their existence. Let's put it that way. I think the last couple of years, if they make a big comeback and he rebuilds it the way I think it might happen, it'll put a lot of manufacturers on notice.
Well, I think and you've said this before too, and obviously pertaining to other stuff as well as archery as well, but a rising tide raises all ships.
100%.
Man. I think if any company is getting a big kick and getting a big bump, it's more than likely there's going to be some of it that's going to pull. Obviously, if guys are buying more Matthews, there's only so many guys in the world buying bows at a time.
Yeah.
If there's guys buying more Bowtechs, there's probably less guys buying Matthews or less guys buying Dartons, and it goes on. But as a whole, the industry, if one guy is doing good, generally it's going to help everybody else too.
Yeah.
So-
So crazy question, because this has been a topic of discussion lately. Do you think that we have more archers coming into the sport now, or are we losing more?
I'd say more.
Really?
Bro, I got a lot of new guys that I've never shot before
Okay.
coming into the store.
So JJ did a video, I think it was a podcast a couple months ago. And I don't know, I agree with him a little bit. He was talking about, he had done a demographic study, and archery was aging itself out on this current track, meaning that there were more guys, the bulk of archers now are over the age of 50. And as they age out, when they hit their 70s, that is a more rapid decline than what's backfilling it on the back end.
Yeah, you could probably say the same thing about literally every hobby sport.
Really?
Dude, hobbies are expensive, bro.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, shit that's expensive, young people don't. A lot of times, young people like to eat, have somewhere to sleep.
Yeah.
Well,
he said a lot of it had to do with, and I agree with this too, with the advent of crossbows, and now they're legal pretty much in every state. That you've got this younger generation is relying more on crossbows than they are vertical.
Yeah,
Working
probably,
time.
but I don't know. As a guy that's probably an adamant, I don't like crossbows type of dude.
So you don't like them?
Do
Do you think they should be an archery season?
It's a loaded question.
That is a loaded question.
Yes, but there's always a but. My opinion on crossbows is I've always said that it should be sure, you can have them legal during season, but it's under 16, over 65, or disabled only. That's it.
Or it's
a lesser weapon for the season that you're currently hunting in. So Iowa, I think Iowa has the best, obviously as an Iowan, I think Iowa's got some of the best laws on it out there. Iowa is disabled only, and it's a lesser weapon. So Iowa's always had a lesser weapon clause for a lot of their seasons other than the shotgun seasons. And even that has some lesser weapon clause to it.
Right.
In that, like Iowa, you can, like I could use a crossbow, but only during late season muzzleloader, because a crossbow is a lesser weapon than a muzzleloader is.
Right.
So I'm legally allowed to use that, just like I'm allowed to fill my late season tag in Iowa with a regular vertical bow.
Right.
But like during regular archery season, I can't use that I can't use a crossbow unless I have some sort of a disability. License.
Right.
So, which you can get a temporary license, like if you blow your shoulder out.
Yeah, have
You
surgery
blow
on
your
your
shoulder
elbow.
out or have a shoulder surgery and can't draw your bow. Like, hell, there's a kid that shot. I was working at Shields at the time, and he damn near he was getting into some hot water for it, but he had his shoulder blown out playing baseball or football or something, and got a crossbow tag, and then he shot like the state record he shot like the youth state record for archery during archery season.
Yeah, but
with a crossbow.
that was polarizing.
So
crossbow shouldn't count as archery season. It should count as a separate weapon.
I think
Like its own season.
Yeah, especially record-wise. Like
I
shot a state record.
I do think it should be its own. Like in that instance, that specific thing, there should probably be an asterisk. It's a crossbow record, it's not a vertical bow record. My thing with it is, like, from crossbows and hunting specifically, is that it's a really good way to get people into hunting specifically, not necessarily archery.
Just hunting.
Like the allure to it from an archery thing is, hey man, you can use it now, but when you can't use it, you got to use a hunting bow. And if you like hunting during this time of year, obviously most archery only hunting seasons are like during whatever the species may be. If it's a ungulate, deer, whatever, it's during the rut. If it's birds, it's during their breeding season. Like generally it's the best time to try and go out and kill them because they're the most responsive. They're the easiest to get next to.
Yep.
So yeah, it's probably like if you want to hunt then, you got to use a bow.
So what do you think? Do you think a crossbow is archery?
No.
No. You think it's something like a gun? Have you ever hunted with a crossbow? No.
Loading.
I've shot it like once or twice.
Have you
I've
really?
never like hunted with it.
No.
Like they're their own thing.
Yeah.
I think they're their own thing.
Yeah,
Like
they should be their own separate thing.
So you do. So I was going to ask
I've
you
only
the same
shot
thing.
one like 6 or 7 times.
Right. Jason.
It's getting in their nerves, so that's what they're for.
No, but seriously, do you think they're archery?
It should be its own category.
Yeah.
Yeah, not archery, not weapon, not rifle. It's a crossbow.
I can tell you this: it's the laws as they are becoming more lax on the crossbows the last couple of years. It is putting a hurting on vertical bow sales. And the guys there are shops out there.
It's so easy.
Well, yeah, there are shops that are actually more of crossbows and vertical bows, especially out in the Midwest and the East Coast, especially. So I know for a fact, everything east of the Mississippi, almost every state legalized crossbows 2 years ago.
Really?
100% for all archery related seasons.
Dude, you go out there with a Raven.
And now we've seen the sales numbers just completely die on us, and it's an issue, and it's polarizing because, man, you hear the one side of the fence that you're crapping on hunting, so this hunters crapping on hunters, archers crapping on crossbow guys, and we all should be supporting to your point, hunting. And it's hard. I mean, I don't think it's a right or wrong answer.
It's obviously it's muddy water, but like I said, I think if it's an opportunity to get people involved in hunting, it's a net positive.
Right.
But like obviously there's negatives to everything. So like I don't know, it depends on what type of camp you're in with it. Like with archery stuff, if you're a dude, like archery season should be reserved, like I don't know. Well, it's weird to think about, but like I think archery, if we're following all the the spirit of archery and the primitive season of it, like it should be reserved for the guys that are taking the time to be more practiced in their discipline for what they're trying to hunt with. But if I'm a dude in Jason's situation, or I'm a guy in
What about my situation? I don't shoot a crossbow.
your fucking legs don't work, pal.
That doesn't mean my arms don't work.
That's fair.
Oh, hell
But
yeah, I
like,
like
say your arms didn't work. Say your arms didn't work. You want to go kill a deer during the rut.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't use a crossbow because it's not a bow. Sorry.
I'll go shoot it with a rifle
Okay.
that has a.
Let me ask you a different
Yeah,
question.
but you don't want to shoot it during rifle season. You want to go. You want to watch a buck. You want to watch a buck come up over the hill, see your decoy, and go, and come in all bristled up, ready to kick some ass.
See, that's
it's a different experience.
That's an easy
bro.
one for me. I just live in Texas where we don't have separate
rules,
seasons.
Right, but
Okay. So let me ask this different question. So when
yes.
when did you kill your first deer? How old?
I was shit. How old was I?
9 or 10?
No, I think I was like 13.
I'm not going to say it, Taylor.
So
13.
where do you think? Because you work in a shop. I mean, when did you kill your first deer? Not with a gun though, with a bow. Have you killed one with a bow yet?
No.
Oh, okay.
We just set up the hunting bus.
That's right. Okay, so when did you kill your first deer with a rifle?
I think like 8 or 9.
8 or 9. So in
Not
your professional
2 years
opinion,
old.
because you work at a shop, would you think that 9, 10 years old is when they're getting ready to maybe go kill one with a vertical bow?
Yeah, usually.
Okay. So what MFJJ said, and I agree with him, because we've seen this, you get parents that are buying crossbows. You can teach a 6-year-old how to kill a deer with a crossbow at 6.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say he hunts with that bow until he's 10. So he's got 4 years of hunting with a crossbow, being hyper successful. The thought process is because we're starting them so young, they get so used to it. It is so easy that they never quit shooting it, basically.
Okay, well, my caveat to that would be, hey, bro, you want to keep killing these deer? You can't use that anymore. Can't use that anymore, sorry.
That's good parenting, right?
I don't
him
see
a
what's
challenge.
complicated about that.
No, you just give them a challenge.
Yeah, you either, hey, if you want to keep killing them, and again, to me, it's a calendar thing.
Right.
If you want to kill them at this time of year because it's the best time to go out and
got
try
this
and
equipment.
harvest an animal or try and get in front of an animal, it's the easiest time to do it.
Right.
You have to use this equipment.
Well, that's kind of how I feel about rifle shooting too. But
I mean, well, yeah, but like that's a different conversation
I
as
know
far
that
as like
just
how
pisses off a
hard,
bunch of people.
hard rifle hunting's too easy. Sure, but like so is crossbow hunting. But okay,
I
I
thought
can't
muzzleloader-
use a rifle during archery
I thought
season.
muzzleloader was going to be easy until I went
no,
elk
I would
hunting with
love
it.
to do that.
Dude, 200 yards on an elk and missed it like 3 times. It ain't easy.
Yeah.
Bro, I've watched you shoot a guy.
I
If
suck.
it
Oh, terrible.
if it ain't throwing like 70 projectiles out of the end of that barrel, you ain't doing
suck.
worth a shit. Really.
Terrible.
I love shooting iron sights, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm cool with
Challenging.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I bought a trad bow off of Amazon because I want to try and kill something in
With a trad
my
bow.
backyard with a trad bow.
Well, I know. I just the whole topic was more the whole thing is hunting and the tradition of vertical bow archery dying to a degree. And it's funny. We have kids here that shoot at our academy, and I've talked to them. Out of all these kids that shoot here, only 2 of them have any interest in hunting, and that's probably what scares me more than anything. I think archery is going to be okay. I think the 2028 Olympics being in the United States is kind of like what Hunger Games did for archery 10, 15 years ago, where, you've seen this explosion of kids wanting to be Katniss Everdeen, and then, Brave came out the show that had archery on it. Now you have archery in just about every freaking action movie
Well, we have
there is.
celebrities that are interested in it too.
Yeah.
We had like Flava Flav.
Yeah.
Freaking
Gina
Dr.
Davis.
Dre.
Gina Davis tried the Olympic deal once.
She was close to
And
making
She was
it.
close. Yeah,
Very
she could
close.
shoot.
Dr. Dre said that he wanted to shoot a bow.
Yeah.
Snoop. I mean, they won't pass USADA, but but they can shoot.
But no, so what's happening is then so you got this whole with the Olympic, I think it's going to put a big push this coming up year, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to do anything for bow hunting. But you would hope that maybe if 500, 1,000 new kids get into the sport, that if we can carve out 10% of those and make them hunters, that it'll be a good thing. So I think archery's okay, but it's just
I mean, I did
are we aging out is the big question.
I don't know. I did a ChatGPT search the other day just to see how much archery was in the country. It said that there was at least 19 million archers in the country. That includes target, hunting, recreational.
Anybody shooting a bow. Yeah.
High school, stuff like that. I think we're doing all right.
Yeah.
We just need more exposure to those 19 million so that not the same 4,000 or 5,000 are doing target. every year.
I think the bigger question is you can take a $19 million snapshot in time, and we know this about 4-H. So I always say it's about 4-H. How many of those are retention driven archers?
How many are going to stay?
How many are staying? How many are just backfilling over year, filling up the cup, dumping the cup, filling up the cup, dumping the cup? That's the $1 million
without making
question.
a splash.
Because that's what. It's crazy, but I mean, he said it, and I do see it a little bit on, even on the target archery side. We just looked at the NFA Outdoor Nationals. You're seeing these senior, and I'm seeing it in ASA, dude. The senior division is getting huge.
Yeah, because we're all getting into it. I'll be there in 7 years.
Yeah, but there was hardly anybody in it 10, 15 years ago. So I mean, and so what I'm worried about if we hit that peak where all these guys are getting old, like us, me and you, and we're going to start backfilling the seniors.
Yeah.
But are we backfilling into the 30 and the 40-year-olds?
I think there is a lot of people coming up in those divisions, and I saw it at Buckeye, I saw it at Gator in Florida, and all those. With just Joad, at least for the USA Archery
As you
side.
say, there were 600 or 700,
almost 800. I heard, yeah,
600 or 700 archers.
600 or 700
at Joad Nationals. So
Can I leave?
there's plenty of kids.
There was almost 1,000 shooters at Buckeye.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
That is crazy.
There was 925 people.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. That's a record. We shot on the it was a record because we shot on the field all the way to the far right by the water tower.
Yeah,
and it went all the way to where we had Outdoor Nationals a couple years ago.
Really,
yeah. It was massive.
That's freaking crazy.
Massive.
Those fields are huge.
I was on target 120. And there was still more to go. We had like 140 bales out there.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I mean, that's badass, though.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's 2028 Olympic year, dude. I'm telling you. Everybody's excited.
Next year's going to get bigger.
Next year's going to be worse. I think next year is going to be epic for USAT. And they're running 6 tour events, right?
Like 5 USATs and Outdoor Nationals.
Right.
So they're adding one more USAT.
they're adding a USAT?
So So will you settle this debate? Because a lot of people are asking me this. Is Arizona Cup on the books next year?
I believe it's not.
Okay, so then Salt Lake is going to take its place again, I'm assuming?
Salt Lake, and they're adding one, I believe,
in Pennsylvania.
Lancaster.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Those are the rumors so far.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Next year's going to be crazy.
It's going to be,
Do you think archery scheduling is bad now? It's going to be dumb next year.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Just be on the lookout for the trials procedures will come out for a lot of those people that are interested in doing trials for LA.
Yeah.
For the Olympics, it'll start next year at some point.
Yeah.
So especially we're going to have, if you count compound shooters coming over from ASA, from NFAA, from all that, there's going to be a ton.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I think the only thing that's going to hurt it, and I've heard a couple of the guys mention it already, is that there's a thought that there's going to be one event that's going to be a qualifier, and it's going to kind of pick it. And I think the one thing I have said, I believe that there will, and I could be wrong, but I've shared that it's going to be you're going to have to shoot a layer of events, and that I think will be the only thing that would dissuade it, because it'll become a money play. Are they going to go shoot 5 of 6? Are they going to get a world ranking? There's a lot of commitment there.
You just gave me an idea that I'm about to message someone about. I'll say it on the other podcast if it becomes real.
No, but I'm serious.
A really good idea.
Because those things are the issue. Is that no one knows how. Because right now, like I said, everybody thinks there's going to be one event that you're going to go to a qualifier, and if you win that event, you're going. And I'm like, it ain't gonna be that easy, guys.
No.
I mean, my guess, I think it should be one event personally, but my guess, and you're gonna know more than I will, obviously, but my guess is they'll probably do it like they've done every other Olympic qualifier, where they do hey, we're gonna start weeding everybody out, and it'll probably be 2 to 4 events would be my guess.
Across 2 or 4 events.
So what they did for Paris was they started in 23 at Outdoor Nationals. Mm-hmm. And obviously this is all recurve. And there they cut the field down from whatever it was to 64.
They say they 32
and then
64.
the next one they cut down to 32. Mm-hmm. And the next one they cut down to 16. And then by Gator Cup they cut down to the top 8. And those top 8 did round robins.
Shoot off.
Yep.
Yeah. But it's all based on how many spots we have, right?
Right.
Luckily for LA, because we're host, we
automatically have our spot.
Yeah, we have a mixed team, which is 1 male, 1 female, and then we have the 3 recurve teams, male and female, or sorry, the 3-person recurve teams. So 3 male, 3 female. So we have full quota spots for the Olympics. So yeah, they are going to have full trials when it starts and how it starts.
So I can tell you that. So this is what's going to happen. If they announce that, let's say the Gator Cup's first one of the year, if they announce that Gator Cup is where you're going to be pared down to the top 64,
yeah,
that tournament is going to be epic.
Oh yeah.
No, I mean, you don't understand.
They're not going to have
matter of
enough
fact,
room.
they're not going to have enough room at Newberry is right now because I've been there. I used to live. They'll have to get
the first event will have to
be at a
they'll
huge
basically
complex.
have to do it to where there's no cap.
Correct.
Or that, like whatever their record is, they need to I would imagine that they're going to expect that as
It will be
that's what it's going to be at.
insane.
Yeah, and it would have to be at an adults only event.
100%.
Yep.
Just room wise.
Yeah.
But again, that doesn't stop the U21 kids from trying out for the Olympics.
No, you're going to have U15s in there. Brody Terry's going to try out.
I made the World Cup team as a junior.
Yeah.
Right.
It's gonna that's not gonna stop any of the kids,
No.
and it shouldn't stop any of them. Like you want the best shooters shooting at all these
course.
events.
I mean, you need to do it.
Do what?
Try the Olympic
Not
deal.
fall asleep.
Oh.
You need to try
attention.
it. You're good enough. You're like, oh my gosh, you're kidding me? No, but I'm serious. I think you're going to see it'll be the most epic, massive turnout of a tournament. It'll be phenomenal. So it'll be a one-hit wonder, and then they'll take the top 64, and everybody can go home from there, and you'll start weeding people out. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
That's wild.
It's going to be insane.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Cool. Can't
Meanwhile,
wait.
we're going to get through this year.
Yep.
You guys get through the classic.
Yeah.
And then
Sweet.
you'll come back.
launch. Gotta go. Come check it out. It's gonna be awesome.
You guys do your bow launch. You come back. We'll set you up with some arrows
There
and
you go.
get you going for outdoor nationals.
Yeah. No kidding. That's like I get to shoot it there. That's gonna be kind of cool.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. All right, folks. Man, we appreciate you. I know it was probably a long one. God, we're babbling so much about crap, but
That's not too bad.
Yeah, that's good. And then look forward to the next one. We will have George Riles coming up in the next 2 to 3 weeks. We'll put a schedule out. We got to get with George, kind of like get on the third leg of our
Series.
the polarizing topics of archery. I've got a laundry list of stuff still to talk about. I hope it doesn't take 4. We should get through this next one.
Yeah.
And Bridger, you got to be here for it because it's epic. Because Bridger, I know, would disagree on half the crap that me and George talk about. It would be funny. So, anyways, we thank you. You guys keep pounding us out there and keep listening to us and get back with us about things you want to talk about. And we will see you on the next.